Good evening, everyone. My name is Gerry Gunster, and I am the Chief Executive Officer of Goddard Gunster, and I would like to thank all of you for coming here tonight. We are here to celebrate the inauguration of the next President of the United States, Donald Trump. But for me, as equally important is, he's not paying attention over there, is honoring a good friend of mine and the leader of the Brexit campaign, Mr. Nigel Farage. Before I get started, I have a couple people that I would like to recognize. Senator Wicker, you're here.
Somewhere.
There he is.
Congressman Steve King.
Was here.
Thank you very much for coming here. Tonight is really an international event, and it's the way that we wanted it to be. There are people here from across the world. Last that I looked, that was about 15 different countries. Taiwan, we have folks from Cameroon, we have the ambassador from Benin, we have Mr. Andy Wigmore from Belize. We have folks from Ireland. We have special guests that are here from Taiwan. Neil, you're welcome. Glad to have them all here. But there's a group of people here that I have spent the last 2 years with that are very important to this evening. And they're my cousins and my friends from the United Kingdom. This man to the left of me is Aaron Banks. Aaron Banks was the chairman of Leave.eu. He's a believer in what he did. He put his own financial resources behind it. And if it wasn't for him, none of us would be in this room. Thank you, Aaron. The head of communications, also from Belize, Andy Wigmore. Andy Wigmore has... I would like to say something about Andy. Andy has just been appointed as special counsel to Belize, ambassador. Okay, I totally botched that. He has a very important job from Belize. Lord Ashcroft. Also from the United Kingdom, the sparkling wine that you are drinking is from his facility, and thank you very much for shipping it up here.
Yeah.
So there, folks, there is a book that's outside. These are the bad boys of Brexit.
It's a great book, by the way.
So we have, I have a couple of things I want to say. I know everybody wants to hear Nigel speak, and we're definitely going to do that. But I have asked the governor of Mississippi to join us this evening, Governor Phil Bryant, who is here with us. One of the great things about the jobs that we all do in politics, particularly for me, is the people that, frankly, you didn't think could ever be friends or together somehow find a way. Governor Phil Bryant is from the Mississippi Delta. Nigel Farage is from Kent in the United Kingdom. And I can tell you these two are like brothers. So, with that, Governor Phil Bryant, two-term governor from the state of Mississippi. I know that your lovely wife is here tonight, the First Lady of Mississippi. Your daughter is also here. And we're very grateful to have you, Governor, here tonight. And I'm going to turn the stage over to you.
Jay, thank you. Well, good evening. Now, you got to do a little better than that. I was over there doing my Dangerfield. It's a tough crowd, tough crowd. Come on, you got the bad boys here. So there I am, sitting in the mansion one night. First Lady's with me. She's here somewhere. And we saw the news media saying there's no way that this is going to happen. This Brexit thing is ridiculous. Don't worry. The Prime Minister was saying, well, I'll resign if it passes. Be careful what you say. Yeah. Later on that evening, as we watched the returns come in, and sure enough, it happened. people of Great Britain. And I remind all of my friends here with the BBC, there's a reason they call it Great Britain. It's going to be great again. Yeah. So as I watched that, I turned to her and I said, that was Trump's first victory. And of course, as she normally does, she says, are you crazy? Now watch, this is that movement. This is something that the pollsters and the media and our friends on the left just can't understand. They have no idea. It's sort of like me getting elected governor. How in the world did that happen? Now it begins. So my staff and the guys from breakfast were at the Republican National Convention, and somehow they ran into each other in a restaurant, also known as a bar. It very early in the morning, as they were waiting for their plane. So they came back. I was sleeping because I had to work. You know what they do? They put the old man to bed and then they go out and play. So they came in and said, look, we met these great guys, Nigel Farage and his staff and Andy and all of them, and you know, of course they had to have an American lawyer to go over there and figure that out. Put all the final points on it. But I said, well, look, invite them to Mississippi. They said, we did. So the next day the letter went out. And then at the same time, I'm inviting Donald Trump. So here's what I thought. We'll just get both of them together in the same room. I got a twofer. Oh yeah, and we're going to make this happen. I go on a plane with Donald Trump and I said, guess what? He said, I got Nigel Farage. He said, great, I want to see him. Will you speak tonight? And I said, oh sure he will. I don't know, let me check with him. Yeah, I'm not sure Nigel's up for that. So we're backstage, and I won't take too much of time because you want to hear from Nigel, but I'm back there, and Donald Trump has said, here's where I'm going to introduce him. He called the speechwriter into the green room. I'm standing there. He's put right there. That's when I want Nigel to come on. We go to on the stage. I introduce him, and I'm not sure where Nigel's at. I forgot to exactly find out, or maybe even tell him that he was going to speak. So I'm on the phone with my staff saying, find Nigel, and oh, by the way, tell him he needs to come up here real quick because Donald Trump's about to introduce him. He came running in, literally, and I said, get ready, he's going to introduce you. And he said, I heard that, but I don't believe it. And about that time, he said, and my friend Nigel, for us. If you see what the video, I sort of gently put my hand on his back and motioned him forward. Go! And he nailed it. Wow. Look, when you can get 10,000 Mississippians in one room, and they were drinking the Kool-Aid, licking the jar. They were fired up. This man had spoke their language. They understood what he was talking about. A great movement that we saw. Then closely after that was the idea that we were going to elect a man as president of the United States and indeed was going to make America great again. He touched that nerve, that feeling that we all have of hope and pride. Is there anything wrong with being proud of your country and hoping that it will be great? Somehow